Okay, and welcome to a lesson in phone history. So today, apropos of nothing, me and someone I don't even really know sort of hijacked a friend's Facebook thread and started talking about weird geek stuff, and phone phreaking came up. So what the heck is that? Well, I don't know what the statute of limitation is on phone phreaking and boxing and other phone fraud is, but something tells me I'm probably in the clear, so let's do a quick little demonstration. Now, before we get ahead of ourselves, let's start with this. So what do we have here? Well, you remember the old days of rotary phones, right? These good monsters. Well, starting in about the mid to late 80s and onward, you started to get various computerized phone systems, voicemail like we have today, early answering machines that fancy rich 1% executive types would want to call in and check their voice messages from remote, and they were at some yokel's house that only had one of these monsters. You were out of luck. Unless you went to Radio Shack and bought yourself one of these lovely little $20 phone dialers. And all this thing is speaker, keypad. Press your buttons, makes your tones. So you call your voicemail from the yokel's old rotary blah, 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 phone. All right. Just make sure you get your tone. Pop this sucker over here, and when it says please enter your password, type your password. Or, for that matter, if you couldn't remember phone numbers very well, you were a fancy executive 1% boy, you didn't need a little black book, you just picked up the phone, did one of these, and pressed your memory button, and it rattled off your phone number, and you were good to go. Now, if you listen closely, though, those don't sound quite like normal touch tones you're used to. That's because this box has been modified. What's been done, and this is why you call it a quote-unquote red box. It's just some geek term. The original box was a blue box, and every other little phone phreaking tool that came along was called some other sort of a colored box. So the red box, what you did was you bought this $20 Roam phone dial, you popped it open, you clipped the crystal off the board inside that generated the frequencies that you hear, those tones, and you soldered on a different crystal. It cost you about $2, I don't even remember anymore. And you solder that crystal on there, and now you've changed the frequency of the tones. Now, the tones that come out of any kind of touch tone, they're actually what's called DTMF, dual tone multi-frequency. There's two tones blended together. That's why if you're one guy, you cannot whistle into a phone and make a phone call. Never happened. Good luck from work. You're not going to be able to do that. You need two people with perfect pitch, or two people with Moog keyboards, or electric organs, or Casio tune keyboards, or one of these good guys. You blend your tones together and you can dial a phone without ever touching the dial. So what is it modified for? Well, the frequency that this guy will put out now, this, specifically the asterisk or star, happens to be a blend of 1700 and 2200 hertz tones, which together are the control tone for coins dropping into a payphone. So what you did was you reprogrammed your three buttons on the top here, and this here, if you want to hold this to the payphone, that's a nickel. Here's a dime. Here's a quarter. And it's quite that simple, my friends. Now, who's a big enough loser to actually stand at a payphone, make a phone call, talk to somebody long distance, and every 3 minutes when the operator comes on and says, please insert $4.25, stand there and do this? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nobody, at least not me. Quite honestly, I built this as a proof of concept. I wanted to see that I could do it, prove that I did it. Made about 2 phone calls ever just to show off. Made like, woo, look at me, I'm freaking, woo! And promptly chucked it in a drawer and forgot about it for about 20 years, and found it a couple of months ago and put a post on Facebook, and that's pretty much the story of the red box. So welcome to Fensty's phone history. Coming up next, we're going to play with this guy on another video, but we'll do that another day.